Terrible. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Euro 2020. We continue the tournament here on YouTube, and today we're semi-final. No, not semi-final. Jesus, Jamie, don't jump that far ahead. It's quarter-final number 2, straight after Switzerland and Spain. What a dramatic end that was. Switzerland going out on penalties. They weren't victorious this time, sadly. But now we've got Belgium versus Italy. That kicks off in just any moment. I'm delighted to be joined by Miranda for this one. And Miranda is probably thinking right now, why can't Granit Xhaka do that in an Arsenal shirt? How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, we're all wondering that, really. And I don't really think he's going to get the chance again, looking at what's happening with Roma.
Oh, no.
Although, I mean, I think he's a good player, maybe not suited for us, or maybe a little bit rough here and there. But, yeah, an interesting match. And I'm sure this one will be just the same. Wow. Hoping it won't finish on penalties, but we'll see.
Amanda probably won't mind me saying this, but she's got an early start tomorrow, and because of that,
my alarm will go off at 4 a.m, so penalties would really not be appreciated.
Two tablespoons of ambition for you in the morning. That might do the trick. We're at the Allianz Arena, which is a horrible stadium for Arsenal fans and for United fans. So I'm putting myself in because I've seen my team lose there. I've seen Arsenal lose there. But it doesn't matter. None of them are playing tonight.
Everyone's seen Arsenal leave there.
I remember Ian Robbins scoring a wonder goal there once, which was so typical of Arsenal not to study the fact that he always goes left from right, which everyone knows. But even still, he can do it.
Do you know what? It's not that they don't study. It's that, and I've heard, I think I've told you, I've heard interviews about this, especially with Lacazette. They study, and, you know, Arteta, obviously not in those days, Arteta will tell them what the tactic is based on him watching other games, and they'll go, nah, just going to do our own thing, and ignore them. It's not that they don't study, they just choose to ignore everything they've learnt.
Oh, dear. That doesn't surprise me. It's like going to school and getting ready for an exam. It's like, I can't remember this shit. I'll just go in with it and hope for the best. Anyway, back with the game. We've just had kickoff. So Belgium are playing in all red and Italy in all white, which the Belgium kit this summer is quite beautiful. Oh, no, our stream is trying to pause while trying to watch the game. There we go. It's fine again. And now it's Witsel with Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, that's a good ball through to the Kaku. And it's well saved by Donnarumma at the end. So hopefully Miranda and I are watching the same streams. That means we can react to it at exactly the same time. Yeah, no more delays, no more fooling around. Compared to some of you on the live chat page, you say there's a goal and then there isn't. We did put out a poll on our live chat page and we asked you who will advance to the semi-finals. 53% of you so far have said Belgium and 47% have said Italy. We'll put out a couple more polls during the stream, I reckon, especially for man of the match later on. And I think is that a corner for Belgium? Or, oh no, sorry, for Italy, or is that no? I don't think it is. But what are you expecting, Miranda? What have you watched these two teams so far? Because I'd say Italy have been more convincing, but Belgium have got that, you know, that golden generation who like to pull it out the bag.
Yeah, I suppose the difference is Italy seem to have a team of all quite good players, and Belgium, I guess, have those more standout players that you would expect to see. I mean, as soon as I say it's now going to go wrong, I'm going to go for Italy to win this one.
Yeah,
that's what I think is going to happen. And actually, interestingly enough, I know you're like this, no team has ever won Eurovision and the Euros in the same year. So if Italy
how did I not know that?
Italy were to win this one, it would be the first time it's ever been done.
See, I do have a fact to respond to you with that. Well, not a fact, just history, but we'll just see this corner. Oh, cleared away. That was a Belgium corner. I must admit, I'm surprised De Bruyne is playing because he looked down and out in that game against Portugal.
He did look like he was struggling.
He did. He had even that facial injury in that Champions League final, which was the last thing he wanted with his team losing to Chelsea. But yeah, so Portugal won the Euros in 2016, and then in 2017 they won Eurovision, and it was the same as Greece winning the Euros in 2004, and then they won Eurovision in 2005. Now, the reason why them two are quite familiar is because both the team... Right, this is when I'm going really too much into detail, so I worry if I fry your brain. 2004 Euro final was between Portugal and Greece. Now, Portugal are the hosts. Greece were never expected to win the tournament at all. No one expects Greece to win anything, quite frankly. They go and beat Portugal in that final, and then, of course, Greece go and win Eurovision. France host the Euro 2016 final against Portugal, who were never expected to get there, and Portugal beat the hosts in the final, and then they go and win Eurovision. I think there's a hosts upset thing where if England lose in the final at Wembley, let's hope not. Lukaku! Oh, just over the bar. But what if England lose? Let's say England lose at Wembley to Spain or Belgium or Italy, then one of them is going to win Eurovision next year. Terrible facts.
Well, I guess there's technically no host for the Euros this year, is there? I mean, I know the final's being played in Wembley. I thought what you were going to tell me is that if England win the Euros this year, we're dead set to win Eurovision next year.
Well, I hope so.
I think that's very unlikely. Much as I would love to see us win Eurovision, I don't think so.
No, not until maybe BBC pull out. I shouldn't say that probably. But back with the game. We got some comments. We got Joe saying, hello guys. Joe asking Miranda, are you on Locatelli watch? Who's linked to Arsenal apparently.
Oh, yes, I am. And I'm also looking at Tavares and Ben White, who also seems set to go, although I am very nervous about the potential deal happening with Aston Villa for Smith Rowe.
I was going to say the Smith Rowe one surprised me because of how much game time he got last season.
Yeah, I think I heard Villa had put in bids, I think 20 and 30 million for him. Not 100% on that, don't trust me on that. That were just sort of like point blank rejected. But I've read that both clubs are still in talks to up that fee, unfortunately. Oh.
There was a chance there for Belgium. That's why there was that high pitch. I thought you were singing a song then or starting solfege.
No, but yeah, I think he'd be a good asset. I think Tavares, he's played for Benfica, I believe. So he might be something good. Ben White's the one that I'm most excited about. I think some competition for Kieran Tierney, even as a backup from Kieran Tierney. And I've read quite a bit about him, and a lot of people saying he would be really good as a captain. So we'll see. We'll
see. I think. I mean, surely the real challenge for Arteta is the league position from last season to get those players. If anything, they might have to pay a bit more to persuade some of these players. It might just be, agents going on saying, "Oh, he'll join, but you have to pay a bit more to join a team that, quite frankly, haven't had a good record in the league over the last 2-3 years."
I'm so bored of hearing people saying that we don't have the budget or we can't afford to spend the money on those better players, because you look at teams who maybe traditionally don't have as big a budget as like West Ham, who have done infinitely better than us in the league this year. So I think it's okay, maybe we don't have like the budget of Man City, but we still have that budget to make some good quality investments for the future with our signings. And even the challenge for Arteta is to find players who want to play for the club, who care, who about that club, as much as their own development. And that's why I think it would be a shame to see people like Smith Rowe go, who has supported Arsenal from a young age, come up through the academy, as with Bukayo Saka, as with Joe, whose name has just completely slipped my mind.
Not Joe Stanley.
Joe Willett. There we go. No, not Joe Stanley, Joe Willett. I just think those are the people that we need to try and keep, really.
I was reading about Michel Platini, as you do when you're at work, who was the UEFA president, and obviously it didn't end well for him, but he believed in the rule of every club has to have 6 home. I think it was either 6 or 5. 6 players from their own country or from their area.
Yeah, I've seen that. Isn't that in place in Portugal?
It might be. Yeah, I think it is. That's why probably the league will never get bigger because of that structure. But
it's also, I mean, that rule has helped Wolves over the last few years massively.
Yes, and it will happen for Tottenham now since they've just signed him.
We'll now go on to help Tottenham.
They'll somehow get Ronaldo, and then we'll stop laughing. But yeah, Spurs, if anyone hasn't seen yet, Nuno is the new manager for them, while Marco Silva's
having
gone
said
to
he wouldn't
Fulham.
take it.
Yeah, but like, imagine being Nuno, and you've seen in the news before you got the job, all the people that have either said no or the talks didn't go so well, and you're thinking, so I'm what, 15th favourite? Was that me on the list?
No,
You know?
I reckon they approached him first of all,
yeah.
and he said, let me think on it. So he said to the public, I'm going to take some time off with my family, because it's been, 2 months since they sacked Jose? Sacked Jose?
Yeah,
Jose.
April, wasn't it? Yeah,
so he's had I think he said when he resigned, he said he wanted to go back to Portugal, spend some time with his family. Maybe in his eyes, he's had enough of them. 2 months is enough. And Tottenham have come back to him again with the offer of the job, and he's gone, I'll take it.
That's one thing to mention as well. One Portuguese manager to another, so they're sticking with the same national coach in a way, but we'll see what happens. Nuno, not the best of seasons with Wolves last year, so he'll hope to do something with this Spurs team, but we'll see. It's whether or not Daniel Levy will give him any money. But going back to the whole 6 and 5 players from abroad and all that, I'd like to see that in every country, and I'd still love to see a wage cap, but don't know if that'll ever happen because of the structure it is now. But I still think you do have players in. Look at United; they're doing it. McTominay, Rashford, Lingard. Even though he's not with us, he's kind of at West Ham. He's back at Man U, but it's whether or not he stays. You got those players. You got Greenwood. You've got Brandon Williams and all these other players that have. That they do play for the club, and I don't know if they'd be the same at another club, if that makes sense. Like they just play for passion, and it's whether the other question is whether or not they're good enough. That's the main
their
problem.
passion comes from the fact that those clubs have showed interest in them. They've helped, not helped them, but they've really developed them. They've put time and effort into those players. It's nice if they can bring some of those up and maybe make a bit of money out of them. But ultimately, aren't those the players that, you've invested your time and money in? Don't you want to try and keep those more than anyone else?
Well, yeah, exactly. I think the great thing is about young players is that they are loyal. You don't have to even think about it. Like do you ever think of Rashford leaving United? Do you ever think of Saka leaving Arsenal? Not unless there's something...
Well...
this is it. But you look. You just look at those kind of players and think. Even Giggs when he was at United, Scholes, and then you look at Arsenal's with their youth players as well now and again, and it is a thing. It's these players will be loyal compared to the others that, in my eyes, I'd call them mercenaries. To be honest with you, they'll go for the money and then they'll disappear when they want something new or more money in what they do.
They're out, they're out for their own career development, their own game. They don't care about the club as much. I'd love to see Saka stay at Arsenal forever. But I guess that's typically where we fail. We find a couple of great players and we try and lock them down. And a year into their 5-year contracts, they start to go downhill.
Oh, God. Absolutely. We got an Italy free kick here, so just about 12 minutes gone. And we did have my mate Harry send me a text saying, Belgium's kit makes them look like they've been run over. There is that weird kind of like black tyre mark on the front of their shirt. It is a weird one when you put it like that.
And, I found this especially confusing. With the Spain-Switzerland match, they seem to have swapped.
It's a goal! And it's a flick in from Bonucci, I think, who's got the goal. So Italy take the lead from the free kick. I didn't see much in that. It was like a cross in.
It was passed in really nicely from the corner. and headed in by Bonucci.
And it looks as though, well, they've just had the cameras on Vermaelen for a moment. I wonder if he had any deflection from it, maybe. I'm not sure. It happened so quickly, but yes, Italy take the lead. So, wow. Let's have a look then. Is there any offside? Oh, hang on. Clearly looks offside.
Oh, no, he is.
Oh, and yeah,
Surely
there you are
he
again.
is.
Yeah, I think that's offside, actually. Only by a whisker, maybe, but...
By a leg.
I don't think I'm going to change the scoreline just yet. They're having a VAR review,
Goal
though.
review. Yeah, surely that's
No
going to get ruled out.
And straight away, then, we've had our first goal of the night disallowed. So, Mancini
Well, it's like an
can't
induction
celebrate.
process.
Yeah. How to get ready to celebrate, and this is what you do if you don't get it. It's like the Oscars, you know, you don't get the award you wanted, but you have to do that clap kind of thing for your mate who won it instead.
So glad England are yet to have a goal disallowed, because I don't think my heart could take it.
Did you were you able to watch the England-Germany game, or were you at work?
Oh yes, I was definitely watching that one. And an exciting game, definitely. Although I saw a lot of people at the end saying we walked all over Germany. I don't think that was quite true. I think we got relatively lucky towards the end.
I was really happy we won, to tell you the truth. As long as we won. That's all that mattered to me.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it's easy to get carried away.
It wasn't a convincing win.
No, it was... I was glad we scored more than one goal, because I think we've lacked goals in that team, where I think we can hold teams, but I don't think we can finish them. And because we've had a lot of 1-0 results, it worries me that at some point your defence could mess it up, and then you've got a late equaliser, and then you're back to square one. Which happened with Croatia in that World Cup semi. We had them, and then we let in an equaliser, and then that was it, really. We bottled it, basically.
And that's where we might struggle on Saturday, because I know Ukraine have had quite a high goal rate in their other matches. In terms of scoring throughout the competition. So
absolutely,
we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. That's... oh, I hate talking about it already. I'm just nervous, because...
24 hours to go.
Yes! I need some beer to get through it, I think, because I've actually booked a table to watch it somewhere, and I'm just worried that if I put any makeup on and all that, it's going to end badly.
Sorry, any makeup? Do you want to clarify what you mean by that?
Oh, yes.
I have plenty of mascara here if you want it.
I mean, I won't tell people what I get up to in the evenings, but no, I was saying to Miranda before we went live, I need to find some England flag makeup, which I haven't thought. Oh, hang on, there's a shot deflected. Oh no, it's a throw-in. Kevin De Bruyne, always though, Miranda, when he has a shot, it most of the time goes in.
It so often does, but I think he's still looking rough from that injury. Which, what's that, 2 months ago now?
It was actually, probably about a month.
He's still not quite there in that recovery process, and I think that might worry Belgian fans, because I would worry that a slight injury might put him out, and that especially with him having the record he does, he might be the one that teams tend to target. So we'll have to wait and see, but obviously wishing him all the best in his recovery.
I wouldn't be surprised if City fans want Belgium to go out today, just so that they know he's going to
keep him in good nick.
Exactly, gives him enough time to rest up for the new season. Because, in all fairness, regardless of how much these players get paid, Miranda, a lot of them have been non-stop since the restart, which was 12 months ago.
Close there from Italy.
End-to-end stuff from this game already, 17 minutes in.
That's part of my worry behind Saka. I'm so pleased he's getting game time for England, and he's the first teenager to play in the Euros for England since Wayne Rooney in 2004. Like, what an achievement! But also,
good fact.
I don't want him to be damaged for when Arsenal start back up again.
Have you been studying your facts this week?
Do you know what? I haven't massively. It's just things that people have said or that I've come across. And well, I mean, I have a big soft spot for Bukayo Saka, so I am constantly following on him on Instagram. All of the articles about him, I'm always reading. So,
Are you a bit surprised he's been starting in this tournament? I'm massively shocked. I mean, I think he's done great in terms of.
yeah, I think he's definitely deserved it. I think I wasn't surprised he didn't start in the first two matches, but I was quite, I was happy he started against Czech Republic. I thought that was fair. We would go through definitely, wouldn't we? And that's why I think maybe Southgate felt that risk was safe to take. I was surprised to see him start against Germany, and I wouldn't really have said that the game was his style of play. I don't think he necessarily played badly, but the formation we played a 4-3-3 against Germany, and he very much suits the 4-2-3-1 that we were playing. And I think that's why he proved quite useful against the Czech Republic, and that's probably why he didn't have that person to pass forward to against Germany. But I'm glad he's been given the game time. I'm surprised to not have seen Sancho and just have seen so little of Jude Bellingham as well. Those are both players I'd have liked to see more of.
Yeah, I think that's why I find it because I mean we're all managers, aren't we? I mean we put in our opinion of what we would do if we were the manager. I always say that with football, where I think we're all managers. It's just there's only one guy who does it.
We just don't know as much as the others.
Exactly, and we all say start Bellingham, start Sancho because of their form from last season. And
I don't know whether I'd start them, but
yeah. But like again, different opinions. It's the fact that there was always that uproar towards Southgate, including myself, before the start of the tournament, where I was a bit worried, thinking, does he actually know his 11? Does he know his best team? And obviously the results will say maybe he's doing all right now. But
yeah, I mean we're yet to concede. Let's take that. That's that's great for us. And I think probably Saka made it into the side with the absence of Patrick Bamford. I think I didn't expect him to make it into the 32 down to 26.
Yeah,
and I think maybe him having to miss out Patrick Bamford was what allowed him to be brought forward into the competition. But he's not been maybe the best player in the tournament so far, but he's been a lot better than some others.
I thought in the friendlies before the Euros, for example, I thought Sancho...
The Austria.
Yeah. I thought Sancho was... Courtois got that. I thought Sancho was actually quite invisible. And I think he came off from the bench, and it did... as a United fan, I should be a bit worried if I speak like that. We've just signed the guy. But yeah, there were one or two plays. Saka got a goal in those friendlies, didn't he? And if it wasn't for his goal, we would have got a draw in that game, which would have been more uproar against Southgate from the fans. So I do think, at the end of the day, you've got to take risks, I think, to be a good manager. And I think Southgate has proven that with Saka and Calvin Phillips, because they're two players I never would have thought would start. Oh, hang on, here's De Bruyne. Oh, what a save from Donnarumma. And yet again, a classic De Bruyne shot on target. Had to be dealt with. And Donnarumma, who he has conceded one goal in this tournament, but is proven to be quite the goalkeeper, makes a fantastic save.
Yeah, that's just incredible, that leap across goal to save the shot from De Bruyne that I think was probably going to go in.
Yeah.
Had he not got to it.
That was a cracking save. It's going to be a corner, though, for Belgium. So, at the moment, it really has been neck and neck so far. If you just joined us, Italy had a goal disallowed when Chiellini was offside. Oh, another ball in, and that's straight at the Italian keeper. And he'll throw it out onto the left. Only to be intercepted, actually. Oh, no, he's still got it. And now here comes... that was a poor cross into the Belgian crowd.
Off.
It's so weird, isn't it, Miranda, seeing a stadium that's not full, but you've still got a batch group of Belgian fans together. Kind of, in my eyes, it kind of defeats the point. Just give them the whole full stadium. I don't know. I guess it doesn't work.
A lot of the rules around this baffling. I get we have to be safe because of COVID, but there are some rules that are allowed and that aren't, that just don't seem to make sense to me at all.
I think the fact that, well, at least in England you can now hug, right? And you see all the England fans hugging each other in that Germany win. And I just thought, what's the difference between 50 to 90,000? Because they're all sitting next to each other now. So what's the difference? Maybe that means there could be less cases if there's less people in the stadium. Maybe. I don't know. It's all a bit confusing now, these rules, but well, hopefully July 19th, folks, will be out of this rules.
Come on, you can do this.
Maybe I should just get a mask on.
17 days, baby. 17 days.
And it's typical. I have to go to the golf on Tuesday, and by the time the golf finishes is the day before the rules are gone. So we can't enjoy ourselves at all.
I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself plenty when you're back instead.
We're in bubbles. That's the problem with the Open. We're in bubbles, so we can't even mix with people. Compared to a normal day now, to some people, it's very annoying. But nothing I can do about that. Unless, I don't know, Boris Johnson kisses someone and then he's in trouble.
I think we've proved people in government kissing people won't make a lift to any rules, unfortunately.
Anyway, do get in touch. We got Stuart Davis saying, I do love Saka, such a versatile and reliable player. Jamie Burgoyne says, I'm so glad Switzerland got beat. Adam Davis got pummeled in the pens. He'll need a St. Bernard to help him recover from that. Now, the only reason why Burgoyne's saying that is because France was in his sweepstake. So that's why he is very happy Switzerland have now lost. And I'm sure the French are very happy that they've lost. But, of course, Miranda, do share with us your sweepstake team.
So, yeah, I thought sweepstake, what a lot of fun that'll be. I can follow the Euros. North Macedonia. North Macedonia. And I'm sure it was fixed because you didn't actually film the process of picking the teams out. I
just never showed you it.
That was like, oh, you've got North Macedonia. And suddenly you had Austria. Oh, that's not weird, is it? That you just suddenly had that.
I actually can send you the video after this stream. I've still got it recorded.
Yeah. I'm sure you've made it up afterwards.
Just give me 10 minutes after the stream.
A live stream of the draw. And also, the group that we did the sweepstake with was a lot of people who come on here, but it was also some of Jamie's family. And I ended up getting drawn in a group with Jamie's dad, and Jamie's brother. So that was lovely.
We're a big family.
You are now.
But yeah, but my team was Austria, so it didn't go well for me either. So if that helps my case, you got a little bit
further than we did. I think we didn't win a single match.
We actually, funny enough, we played North Macedonia and we beat them 3-1.
A little bit better than me then.
It got actually quite nasty between our two teams because Arnautovic did that celebration towards one of the Macedonia players and then he got banned. So that wasn't me. I didn't tell him to do that.
And obviously, was it their captain as well who was doing his last game for North Macedonia? I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
there was a send off for him.
Oh yeah. I know who. I forgot his name. I know Pandev was having his last tournament, who, in case you didn't know, he won a Champions League with Inter Milan in 2010. So he was a good player years ago. He put Macedonia on the map, actually. So I think when he scored that goal against Austria, it was definitely a magical moment.
And, also what annoyed me is last week, and no one at all watching this is going to be interested, I had my nails done. And I was debating
Which ones?
getting like the England flag on them, but I thought, no, if I get them done, we'll just lose to Germany. So I thought I'll leave it. But now I feel like I do want to go and get them done with the England flag, but it's too late. I've had them done now. I'm not just going to have them taken off straight away.
Not the Macedonia flag.
Strangely enough, no. I didn't have that done. I wonder why that might have been.
It might have been complicated anyway. Imagine trying to do the Croatia flag on someone's nail.
Or the Spanish one.
Or the Spanish one. With
I just think that'd be so hard.
There is someone out there who can do that. I bet there was someone.
I mean, my lady's very good. I think she could probably do the North Macedonian flag, but I think the Spanish one might be a bit far. But you can get them printed. I could have done that.
What's her name?
Katie.
Katie, if you are watching, please learn it. There might be a book somewhere to do. I'm sure. I think I bought my sister a nail decoration book once. I think.
I tell you what. For the World Cup, I'll get a different country on each finger, and then we can hope one of them wins.
Well, the thing is, though, it's in the winter, though, isn't it, the World Cup next year? So you might be wearing gloves more than showing off your nails. So you got to
What makes you think that there is any time of day I do not want to show my nails off?
It's like the coldest day of the year. I don't care. I don't need gloves.
I don't spend £40 a month to cover them up, Jamie.
Oh my God. Whatever. Hey, it's your money. Whatever you want to do.
I think we've all made questionable purchases.
I have. Well, the first lockdown, I definitely did make some questionable things.
Do you know what? Questionable but nice, because those Simpson shoes that you have, I actually really like. Quite fancy a pair of those myself.
Funny enough, I bought a pair for myself. And then my cousin got me a pair for my birthday. So I was like, so I've got two different ones now. It's great. I don't wear them, though, because I just don't want them to get ruined.
If you've got two pairs, you can have one that you wear and one that you keep nice.
Yeah, true. There's one with all the Simpsons characters on it. So it's just yellow and all sorts of colours on the shoes. It's great. I'll have to show you. I'll have to send you a picture of them. And to our viewers, if you like your Simpsons. But anyway, nearly half an hour gone and it's still 0-0. But this has been end to end. We've had quite a few big saves from Donnarumma. We've had a that was a clash.
Nasty takedown.
That looks
from,
who was that?
Who was that?
Was that Hazard? I think it is. Yeah.
I think perhaps it was.
He's actually been one of the most talked about players at this tournament. Eden Hazard's brother. Hazard used to be good, but we don't talk about him anymore. Is that not a penalty? No, carry on here. He's still going. Great goal. And that should surely stand for Italy. Italy do score again, and this time I think that will definitely count as we reach 30 minutes. Tillemans is in disgust. He's not happy with that, and I'm not sure who scored, but it is Italy who they take the lead by 1-0.
I see our gentleman that came down in the penalty box was quick to get up and celebrate.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so annoying when that happens.
He was jumping up for that one.
I'm just trying to figure out who it was that scored it. When we watch it again, the ball was a long one into the box. Then that play went down for Italy. Belgium tried to get rid of it. I think it was Vermaelen who gave it away at the end. And then a strike past Courtois into the bottom left corner of the net, which he does well here. Dribbles, somehow gets away from three Belgian players to get the opportunity.
At the top left? Yeah. Well, bottom left.
It's Barrea. That was it. I couldn't quite tell at first, but he's got the goal. So 1-0 to Italy, but
I wouldn't say they're looking particularly on top. I think there's good chance for Belgium to equalise here.
I think as well, because Belgium have had Lukaku's had a shot saved, and so's De Bruyne. So even when they
both good on target shots,
exactly, and he is a hell of a goalkeeper, that Italy one, who has been linked to some clubs, especially Paris Saint-Germain. Which at the same time, for any of you PSG fans, you've probably heard that Sergio Ramos is expected to go there for 2 years. So they're getting busy. PSG is always in the transfer window, which I'm sure Arsenal would love to be the same. But I forgot you're an Arsenal fan, aren't you?
We've got rid of some important people that needed to go. That's what I'm focusing on, and I've seen that someone else is going to put in a bid for Hector Bellerin. I think it would be good for him to go. So we'll see. I know we got rid of David Luiz, Willian. Xhaka looks set to go. not bad players, but players that perhaps aren't suited to the style of play that we want to play, or don't have that, that passion that some others do.
I was going to say, Bellerin, when he was a bit younger, I quite liked him. But
the problem with Bellerin is, because of his size, not that that's a problem, but because of his size, it's always going to be hard being a defender when you're someone who's, I think, is he 5'6" or 5'7"? I can't remember. But
5'6", I think.
When you're defending against someone like Lewis Byrne from Brighton, who's 6'4", 6'5", you're not ever going to stand a chance, are you? In a battle of headers or anything like that, you've got nothing. So as a defender, your role has to be that you are quick on that ball. You are constantly in and making those tackles, and I just don't think he is anymore.
I think they're making the right move letting him go.
I think so.
I won't be surprised if he does go to another Premier League team, lower in the league. Maybe even.
I mean, for some time, Barcelona showed an interest in him, which surprises me. But I think it was a different Europa League club that was looking at him.
He is Spanish, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Barcelona, obviously they're from Spain, or the veterans would say Catalonia, but they do sign like some Spanish players who are hit and miss still. So
they do, but he can't be rated that highly. He's not been named in the Spanish squad this year, has he?
No, exactly.
So maybe that's a telltale sign. Unfortunately, I made the big mistake of asking why Raúl Jiménez and Aubameyang weren't in the Euros this year, which made me look incredibly stupid.
I mean, Miranda, try geography. Take it. Just get an atlas. Buy an atlas. Honestly, I love atlases because, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for football or sport, I wouldn't know where anything is. I couldn't give a shit. But I don't have an atlas, but every time I go up to one in a shop or something, even though I'm not going to say I know where everything is, but you do know at least your bearings. But then even when you look at it each time, you always see something that you forget or first time go, oh, right, yeah, Gabon's there. It's quite interesting.
I used to make a lot of mistakes, but I knew a girl once who thought that Brazil was a continent and that Africa was a country in Brazil, the continent. And I think nothing will ever beat that.
Yeah, that was yesterday. But it was when I discovered France was next door, and I was just like, oh, the French! Only down the sea. So currently 1-0. We've got 10 minutes till half-time. Miranda's hoping it won't be into extra time or anything like that, because
I would like to see more Italian goals and no Belgium goals. Not because I'm biased, but because I would like to be right and get to bed on time.
Oh, you told me it was so you could get last orders at your local pub before it shuts.
I'll run down there as soon as this is finished.
She's already got her trainers on. She's ready. All chip ball in, and that's straight at Courtois. But what do you think of this Belgium team? Because it's Roberto Martinez's last tournament. I think he is leaving straight after this. Well, if they lose tonight, he's gone. But the Kaku's still going. He's obviously got quite a few years left in him. De Bruyne, I'm sure, still got a few years. Hazard, maybe, even though he's been out of form since he's been at Real Madrid. But do you think that this might be their last chance to win a tournament? Because they've had this team for a good few tournaments now, and they've always come short. And I think for them, a lot of people keep saying this is the last dance for them. But, the World Cup being next winter, it's not that far away, really. And I don't think you're talking much of a difference with their squad.
It's not. And, perhaps a new manager will bring some fresh tactics and a style that will allow them to play well. I'm sure there were plenty of times where we felt like England had a good squad and we didn't do anything. And, in all fairness, we have waited a very long time now for a team that we do have confidence in. I think, they have, they've got a good team, and I can't, I'm sure De Bruyne will still be playing with them in the World Cup next year. I guess it will rely on recruitment from those league clubs within the country to build up that base. But perhaps it will be their last good chance for a while, maybe for 6 years or something. But I don't know. I think they still stand a good chance. They have some great players, and perhaps if Eden Hazard's brother is continuing to improve, then they have the makings of something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard because I'm sure no one at the start of the tournament would have said Switzerland would beat France. They're not a standout team, are they? And that's what we like about the Euros, the unpredictable results. So anything can happen, really, can't it?
I think as well, to be honest, I was kind of surprised Denmark thrashed Wales at the end, really, but I guess they were down to 10 men. But I do think you sometimes need a generation of players that, quite frankly, don't win anything, but it might start up a bright future for the country to be taken more seriously. Because, ever since I've been following football, this is no doubt the best Belgian team I've seen in terms of progressing. And, they got to the last World Cup and finished third. So, it's still a good result for them, despite the fact that
they're building confidence, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as that passion comes across and perhaps the country get more behind them, the players are starting to believe in themselves a bit more, perhaps they have, got a good chance.
Absolutely. And, of course, it's at least Belgium can say that they've done all right with this squad anyway, compared to England, who have always fallen short. And let's not forget the Iceland defeat. That was only 5 years ago.
Let's not talk about the Iceland defeat. Let's not talk about the Croatia defeat. Let's just pretend it all went well and that we're not worried.
And I remember when ITV once did an advert ahead of one of the Euros, which was if England had won every Euros and World Cup in the last 50 years. And I was thinking, my God, we couldn't be more up our own arse in this advert. It was so bad. And it was like, oh, yep, England, do it again, 40th trophy in a row. I'm like, oh, no, why ITV? Why are you making it look really bad?
For me, it was all the memes that came out at the time. And I remember really clearly one coming up for me that said, Iceland was supposed to be cheap, but Joe Hart saved nothing. And that one lives with me.
That is a cracker. Oh, that was a great shot there. And that was Chiesa who had the chance. And I tell you what, if that had found the net from that, then there'll be firm favourites going through to the semis. Look at that for a shot. Not bad. Just past the...
I think we are
post.
starting to see Italy maybe slightly more on top in this game.
Yeah.
They've grown into that nil lead. That 1-0 lead. They seem to be looking at a little stronger than the Belgian team. They don't seem to have had any sort of convincing chances now in the last 10-15 minutes.
If you've just tuned in, it is 1-0 to Italy. Actually, Chiesa did score a goal in the extra time against the my team Austria back on Saturday. And it was a cracking goal. It was a long ball into the box, chested it down, but then he kicked the ball away in the air from his opponent. And then at the same time, before the ball landed, he volleyed it in. And it was absolutely smashing. So he does have that touch of magic. And that shot just there just showed
but
how good he is.
But crucially, it was enough to knock Austria out and to stop you from winning the sweepstake, which is, listen, I was delighted. I could not have been more delighted. As soon as North Macedonia went out, I had it in for Austria.
Why is it every time I see Austria mentioned for myself, I had a feeling that Miranda deep down is thinking, I hope they bloody lose.
I did.
Out of everyone in the group.
God, I did. But I think everyone in the group wanted Austria to lose. We all would have been happy as long as you didn't win.
I think when it was the North Macedonia Austria game, because I was quite drunk at the time, and I was at a pub, and I didn't even watch it. I was outside because I needed fresh air, so I had it on the radio on my phone. Good old BBC 5 Live, great channel. But I had it on, and I just remember the text coming through in our group when North Macedonia scored. I was like, oh no, and it was so obvious who wanted who to win.
Everyone was backing me, and it was the greatest moment of my life potentially so far.
Well, Arsenal haven't really given you much. Hang on a minute. Oh, surely. Oh, where's Immobile going? Oh, his shot's blocked. Big chance. I think the defence did well there at the end, actually.
Yeah, I
tracked him
mean,
back.
as you say, with Arsenal's track record, I have to really try and support anyone else. If I want the team I'm supporting to win.
Yeah, I was going to say that Arsenal shirt was lost and found, wouldn't it, or something like that. That's the only reason why you're wearing it today, you know.
Well, I was out the other day somewhere, and someone said to me, "Oh, I hear you're a big football fan. You're really into football." And I said, "Oh yeah, I am." And he said, "But you're an Arsenal fan, so that doesn't really make sense, does it?"
I say that to Liverpool fans. Oh, what a goal!
Oh,
What
wow.
a goal! And I think this is becoming a bit one-sided now. It's 2-0 to Italy with 2 minutes to go till half-time. He's going to run to Mancini and the coaching staff. And that is 2-0. That's a great goal. No, I don't think there'll be anything wrong with that. But what a strike that was. Outside the box. Curled into the top right corner. They keep putting the cameras on for Martin. Leave the man alone. It's a great goal. And Martinez, wow, this could be his last game as Belgium coach if it stands like this.
Lukaku looking very disappointed.
Let's have a look at that again. It was... Well, he goes past Tillemans, then he's up against Alderweireld.
Oh, he's definitely... Yeah, there's no way he's offside. Who is that in front of him, though? I suppose... Because when the ball is kicked, it's going in. So
yeah, it's for Marlon.
Yeah, that's fine. He's all good. That one looks like it will stand.
So 2-0, and at the start of the game, we had both teams going at each other and putting it. I love it how there's the fourth official there is just writing down. He's like, who scored that goal? Oh, he's right underneath me. There we
Look
go.
down at the shirt number.
I love it. It's just the way he's making the note at the same time. I don't know why. I just love it. It's a great slow-mo footage. Oh, that's a referee's dream, that, when they go right to them to tell you who scored. So it was Insigne who scored on the 44th minute. Luke Tanner's saying, oh, hang on, there's a push there. Is that a penalty? He's given it. It's a penalty.
Oh, my.
All of a sudden.
Suddenly this has got very interesting.
There was a push there. It looked like a penalty, though. It did look like a penalty.
Let's take a look at that.
I mean, it's a good run, great pace. Oh, yeah, that's a penalty. I know he goes down probably quite easily, but when he's going that fast...
It's hard because the Belgian player moves into him to start off with, but, you know, that shove is still there.
Yeah. Does he put his foot... No, he doesn't put his foot out, so...
No,
Is it just a shoulder barge, then?
Potentially. I think he goes down quite easily.
Yeah.
Probably is just about, but probably a soft pen, as they say nowadays.
I mean, to be honest, first reactions, I thought it was a penalty, but when I watch this back, he does completely outpace him.
He seems... The Belgian player seems to get over the push and then go down, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He stays on his feet for a couple of strides and then goes, but they are checking it now, so...
Yeah, I think he's going to give it.
We'll just have to wait and see.
It looks as though he's told that check over, so I reckon, I think they've given
it will still stand by the looks of things.
So this will...
Matt Ref is making some odd movements on the Italian goalkeeper there. So is it Lukaku taking it?
Yeah, now I'll be surprised if he misses, but he's a good goalkeeper as well, this one. Oh, right in the middle.
Oh, lovely.
2-1. And, well, I'm glad, to be honest, because maybe not for Miranda's sake because of the extra time potential, but I'm quite glad that they've scored just before half-time because it was starting to go in one direction.
It was, and I think this will change massively the dynamic of the game after half-time. I was, if it had ended with that 2-0, I wonder if Belgium would have come back with a fight. But now they really have that chance to come back with that fight. So I would like to see that.
So do get in touch with us, folks. It's just about to reach half-time. I'm not sure how much added time there'll be because they had to use some of that just to deal with... Oh, it is half-time.
The penalty. And there we are.
Yeah, there we go. So 2-1. It's it's a cracking game so far, but I mean, which game hasn't been cracking in this tournament? Ever since the knockouts, every game has been absolutely top notch, especially that last 16 we had. I can't even pick my favourite, probably the Switzerland-France game, but they've all been fantastic. So yeah, half-time, Belgium 1, Italy 2. What are your thoughts then after that first 45 minutes?
I mean, do you know what? I think Belgium perhaps lost the pace and effort for a short amount of time, but they seem to have brought that back towards the end. Italy have been very impressive, pressing a lot, coming in any way they can, really. I suppose we could say they've scored 3 goals, even though that one, was disallowed. They've been very impressive. Definitely, I think Italy on top, more so, but the potential for all of that to change.
So we've got some more comments in. Luke saying, evening, Jamie and Miranda. I'm currently watching the stream and Wimbledon. Luke, how's Andy Murray getting on? Last time I checked, his first set was going pretty bad. Who's in the 3rd round of Wimbledon.
My parents are watching Wimbledon this evening and said that they tuned in and the Wimbledon commentator said, "Oh, don't switch over to Italy, Belgium. It's been cancelled. Don't worry about that."
Oh, I would kill them straight away. Are you a tennis fan, Miranda?
Semi. I wouldn't say I'm glued to it. I'm not watching every match, but of an afternoon, I quite like to have a little dip in. It's one of those things where I feel like I don't have the patience or interest to watch for the whole match, but I don't mind dipping in and out. And when you're seeing great points, then it's a good watch.
I think that's the only problem I have with it. It's not knowing when it's going to finish. I remember a few years ago I was at the golf, and because we were in a media centre and it was before the golf had even started, we had a big TV that would have Wimbledon on. And I remember one of the semi-finals that just went on forever. You know, when you just keep walking past, you go, they're still playing. And then you find out it was
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it was like 6-7 hours at the end. And because of that, the semi-final after had to be played the next day. So that's how bad it got. And I'm thinking, as much as I like tennis, I don't know if I'd have liked to have sat there for 7 hours watching it. Knowing that I could have actually made the most out of my day. But, I mean, that really is taking away your day from that. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, half-time, Belgium 1, Italy 2. We're going to take a quick break before the second half begins. I'm going to show you folks our highlights from that Switzerland-France game. I know Switzerland are not in the tournament anymore, but just watch this back, folks, from our watch-along. It was an absolute highlight in itself, especially with that outcome, especially with our friend Seb True, who lives in Switzerland, watching it with us that night. So do check it out, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
A bit more open than I expected this game.
I mean, what have you thought of France so far, Seb? Because
I haven't been overly impressed.
No, but sometimes it's best to turn up in the... Hang on a minute. Oh, what a header! Oh! Switzerland has scored! Oh! Severin just scored! Brilliant! Great header! I must admit, the ball tracker told me, but just before I went in. But it's 1-0 to Switzerland. Oh, Adam, you must be loving it.
Sam? What score is it?
Hey, this ain't going to penalties that way, is it? I think he's just outside. I think, yeah, he doesn't get the ball whatsoever, but I think he's safe by the fact.
His foot's on the line now.
It's on the line.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's a penalty.
Yeah. It's a penalty. He's giving it.
Oh, God, my word.
Giving it.
He's giving it.
You know what, Adam? I might just go get my sender-off shirt out.
Deschamps is bemused.
Oh,
Deschamps
my
is
word.
bemused. Look, he is angry.
He is
He's
peed
saying
off.
never a penalty. How can you say never a penalty when Pavard literally tackles him with his foot, then when he doesn't fall over, takes him down with his arm? There are 2 penalties in one there.
Coach, anyway. I've got my
How dare we
shirt.
foul him?
I've got it's a good luck charm. When Adam wore it, they didn't lose. Who knows? Big moment here, lad.
My friends are saying in this group now, get a Zuba statue up in Bern right now.
And Seb has been saying that he's had a good game along with Severovic.
It's the one. He's been the dangerous player,
What a
and
big
it's
moment.
Rodriguez who's going to take it.
I think we're relying on Seb to tell us here.
I said this like, in the Portugal one. Lloris always jumps to his left, so you put it to Lloris's right, it's a goal.
Well, we were always saying that a goalkeeper, me and my dad were always saying, goalkeepers are always afraid not to do anything, to put it down the middle, so they'll always jump.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but then sometimes it doesn't come off. Oh, and he's going for it. Oh no, Lloris saved it! Oh my God, what a save! What a save that is! And it was at Lloris's right. I said that at the bad time, didn't I?
Should have gone down the middle.
That was a great.
That's a terrific save.
That
That's a brilliant save. What a save that is!
Should've
I mean,
gone down the
tame
middle.
penalty. Yeah, well, Switzerland are looking like that's completely changed the game for them. They look like they've had a new lease of life. The French as well, though. Oh, Benzema, and it's 1-1.
Oh, poor Adam. Isn't it? It just shows, doesn't it? If you don't take your chances. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'm going.
They've been poor in
it's
this
such a
tournament,
shame.
though, France. I will say this, but yeah, that 1-0. I don't think anyone's happy.
It was a bit scrappy. It was a bit scrappy, to be fair.
Offside. VAR.
Yeah, I don't think he is offside.
He is.
If Adam says it is, it is.
I mean, Akanji clears it to Seferovic, but he loses it in the middle of the park. It's dangerous. Benzema.
You'll be seen after the
He'll
match.
say it's on
Intention.
purpose. Afterwards, won't he? So yeah, I meant to do that.
That's what I said. But
Ill.
France scoring the second half in this tournament, not the first.
That's 3 goals now for Benzema in this tournament.
Yep.
Had a goal disallowed against Germany.
Oh, and Coman's completely turned around Vidma there. No, the cross is on the end. Well, that should have been a foul on Shaqiri. Griezmann!
It's a goal!
It's a goal. Benzema's got a
2-1.
goal.
And all of a sudden, France have turned it round.
Robin also a Davis quarter-final.
Wow, that was all. They've just capitulated.
What a shame. Mad, isn't it? They had a penalty a few minutes ago. What the hell? 2-1 to France after all that.
Oh,
Rodriguez has missed two of his last penalties before that, so
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah, it just rubs in the salt, doesn't it?
That means
That-
this time his penalty taking will be over now, won't it? Surely.
Well, with
Nah.
penalty takers like Xhaka and Shaqiri, I think there were better solutions.
Oh, Coman. Benzema. Oh, it's blocked. Pogba. Oh, Pogba! Good goal. I think that's just sealed the deal, hasn't it? What a goal. Outside the box, top right corner of the net.
What
And
a
that, my
goal.
friend, is Switzerland.
Oh my
Done
God.
and dusted.
oh.
3-1 France. Gotta admit it, Stu, France have turned this around spot on, haven't they? They showed up
Yeah.
after that penalty miss.
Yeah, whatever the chance that at half time and after that penalty miss, they really have turned it up a bit.
What a goal.
What a goal.
That's
But he has what? He has 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds to is around that ball. If you really want to be fighting for a place in the quarterfinals, you need to be getting out to a man like Pogba quicker than that. I think Switzerland are going to get much more from this game.
No. Well, they've got the ball here. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, it's stopped. Well done there by one of the French
Babu.
defenders. Ball comes in. Oh, it's headed in! Switzerland have scored! Oh, is that Severovic again?
It is.
It's another cross and a header for Switzerland. Hang on a minute, folks. Hang on, hold
not
the
over.
phone. Shut your mouth, Seb. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah, completely. And it was Mbappe who got the cross in, right?
Oh, what a game!
That's why I said he
What
should
a
have
day
played-
of football. We've had
he would
so
have
many
felt
goals.
disappointed. France should do better again on that cross.
Well,
So much better.
we've had more votes for Zverevic now all of a sudden on our poll. Still Pogba leading on 62%. But, wow, 3-2.
Late.
Sure he was on.
Come on. Come on, Switzerland. Come on. That's it. Push it. Push it. Right, here they go. On the run. Here's Xhaka. Oh, what a ball!
Come on!
Go on! Shoot! Yeah! Oh, it's Zverevic again! Is that a hat trick? Is that a hat trick? It is!
No,
Grab it. I knew that. Oh my God! What a game of football! Oh, Adam! What the hell? What a goal! Oh!
Talk about Croatia's comeback.
Is it what? I know.
I don't believe it.
Hold on.
Adam, I thought it was done and dusted.
Who loses the ball? I mean, Xhaka's been really good in the last 10
That
minutes.
was a great pass.
Xhaka's been brilliant in the last 10 minutes. And Kimpembe's just goes to ground too easily.
I mean,
Brilliant goal.
That was an absolute stunning goal. That was.
Oh, Stuart. I mean, Adam as well, and Seb. If France miss now, it's it. That's it. It's gonna go
There's no
towards
pressure.
Switzerland. As Seb said, sometimes taking it first is a good way to do it.
Oh, and it's Mbappe.
It's gonna,
This is going to be the hit of the summer. Is this going to be the hit of the summer?
Mbappe. Now, he's a man who's lacked goals in this tournament.
But a penalty usually scores.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
there's
can't.
no doubt.
Yeah, you got to score a penalty.
I thought for a moment he was going to shake his hand. Instead, he was
I
watching the
thought he was
ball.
going to shake his hand.
Yeah, he's going to you're going to use this hand to save it, okay? If Sommer saves this, what a keeper.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Come on.
Mbappe. Ah! He's done it!
Yeah!
Yeah! Switzerland have done it! Oh, amazing! Yay! Oh, my word! That's it! Switzerland have beaten France. Mbappe of all people. Oh my word. Drew's on the floor. They're all on the floor. And as Seb said, it is the hit of the summer. And it really will be a summer hit tonight here in Switzerland. Absolutely.
Mbappe of all people.
Mbappe of all people. Summer looked like he had that. He knew exactly where it was going. Adam Davis, how do you feel? You're still in the sweepstake, my friend.
I'm getting a flight over to Switzerland tomorrow. I'm going to join the Switzerland celebrations.
Already Adam sounds drunk, and I don't blame him. Oh, absolutely incredible. Stuart, what the hell? What? I can't believe it. We've seen everything tonight.
It's been such a good day of football. Me and Adam in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the Davis Derby lives on. And, Seb, you must be feeling it now. Your friends in Switzerland must be absolutely loving it.
My messages are blowing up.
You
And Mbappe of all people to miss that penalty.
could not write it, could you? Who'd have thought, folks, 2 minutes or so before full time, Switzerland would get a late equaliser and then Mbappe would somehow miss the penalty. But I love it when Sommer saved it. He didn't quite know. Sommer, he didn't know afterwards. He was like, "Is that it?" He was like, "Oh, that's it, yeah." Welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half here. We're both actually at the Allianz Arena hospitality boxes. That's why you don't see the crowds behind us. I've said that throughout the whole tournament, and I hope one person has believed me because that would be quite funny. But it is Belgium 1, Italy 2. Belgium getting a very crucial penalty at the end of the first half. For Marlon having words with one of his teammates there in the tunnel, which The cameras kept focusing on Vermaelen every time they conceded, and I thought, hang on, don't make it look like it's his fault. I think the match director doesn't like him. He must have a soft spot. He's probably an Arsenal fan. He's like, why did you leave? Why did you leave us?
Or a Tottenham fan.
Or Chelsea fan. Yeah, it could be, or even French, or Barcelona. Yeah, he was once a Barcelona player, Vermaelen.
We think perhaps the cameraman is a fan of a football team from somewhere at some point once.
Yeah, somewhere. We'll figure it out afterwards. I think they actually, as sad as it really is, I think UEFA do actually publish who the match directors are. So, like, we could actually find out. Greg Livingstone says, "Hi Jamie, finished work. What have I missed?" Hello, Greg. How was work?
I hope you had a lovely day at work. I hope it was really nice and you feel relaxed and ready for your weekend. Greg, was it Greg?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Knowing Greg, he's probably had 10 WKDs already. Am I right, Greg? Let us know. And the second half has begun. So Italy this time attacking from left to right, Belgium from right to left. I always find it funny when I say the second team attacking from the other end, because it's like, well, obviously. But I noticed radio commentators say it as well, and it's like, okay, yeah.
Italy attacking left to right, Belgium also attacking left to right in a change rules here.
Poor Burgoyne didn't like the fact that I showed highlights of that Switzerland game then, just because.
Big France fan, is he?
Yeah, well, in the sweepstake, definitely. And he's also put, he's done this before. Super chat in the next 10 minutes, and Jamie will sing "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I do have his voice. Burgoyne. You just got to have that croaky voice, something like that. I used to sing it in primary school, but I don't want to sing it anymore. That was primary school time, not now, not when I'm 26.
I think we need to hear this. I think you can't tease it and not go through with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Burgoyne pays the super chat just to see it happen. Stuart saying, "How's Kevin De Bruyne looking? Surprised he started. He's playing all right. He's had a couple of shots.
Yeah,
he had one of them saved.
I mean, he's not peak, but he's still quite on form. My gosh, Italy straight in there with a shot.
I thought that was in for a moment.
No, little bit wide.
A little bit." Stuart said, Stuart saying, "What was the France score? I forgot." Very good. Stuart,
we can say it was a draw. We'll say 3-3.
Yeah, technically it was a draw, just they had to use something to decide it.
Indeed.
Do you think penalties are the right way to go, Miranda? Because I always think once it gets to penalties, it's basically anyone's.
You can just see my dog's head has appeared in the stream.
Hello, dog.
Do you know what? Sorry?
I was saying hello, dog.
I'm guessing he's a big Belgium fan because he slept through the first half, apart from until the end. Do you know what? Penalties, I suppose, are really the only way you can decide it. But it's a shame because it doesn't give credit to, some of the fantastic defenders that we see, who often make and break games, really. Yeah.
I think they used to have golden goal, which was you'd have the 30 minutes of extra time, but whoever scored the first goal would go through automatically. Happened in Euro 2000. France scored a golden goal, and that was it. The moment they scored, the tournament had finished. So it was a thing in the past, but not many people liked it.
Even if we had that, there's still the chance that you'll go to penalties, surely.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was 30 minutes of extra time and, golden goals they'd call it, and then penalties straight after.
Not just both teams going until one of them scores and then it's over.
See, I'd like that.
I think that might be a bit harsh.
You could probably ruin people's legs for good. You could have injuries galore. I mean, you have cramps in extra time as it is, but I would love to, I would kind of like to see that, because it'd be like 1 a.m. at some point. And just like Miranda now, I'll be like yawning, thinking, I want this game to be done.
Get this game over with.
But I am cruel, but I like to see it.
All right, well, I'll get in touch with the managers of the Euros and ask them to change the rules just for you.
Ahead of the final, yeah, definitely. I can imagine it being really... Oh, hang on. Greg says, work was terrible, Jamie. Oh, dear. Funny thing, I have 20 bottles of WKD, so I'm fine for the weekend, so happy me. Don't drink too much, Greg.
I'm so sorry Greg's day was horrible. So at some point, Greg, I'll buy you a Smirnoff Ice. We'll go a little bit upmarket.
Which one's your favourite flavour, Greg? Was it the blue one? I can't remember.
If it's not the blue one, why are you here?
I think I've only ever had one bottle of Wicked, to be honest.
It's the blue one. Everyone drinks the blue one.
Yeah, that was the one that was always on the adverts.
If it looks like a colour that it shouldn't be, you know it's going to taste bad.
And you know it could be someone's piss. Especially if you find it on a street. But anyway, not that I've experienced that.
I was going to say, we don't need to know about your weekend.
It's not that rough, people. So Belgium, well, they've already had a chance against them since the second half started, but it's between Vermaelen and Alderweireld at the moment, near the centre circle. I think that's one other thing people have been concerned about with this Belgium team is how aged their defensive line is these days. But full of experience, I guess.
Yeah, that's the sacrifice that you have to make, isn't it? You go for someone who's young, maybe got a bit more energy, or someone who's experienced. And perhaps there are some youngsters who they thought about picking who didn't get selected, who might get a chance next time around.
And there was a shove there from De Bruyne on Jorginho, which made him crash into the advertising board, which at speed can be quite nasty. But he is Italian, he might be being a bit dramatic, but we saw that Italian player get up when the goal was scored and it counted.
Yes, we did.
So we've got some sort of fact there. Let's see if our polls changed any at all. So we did ask you who will advance to the semi-finals, and I'm going to end that poll now because 48% of you have gone with Belgium, Italy 52%. Nearly like the Brexit results there.
Do you know what? I just think if you're voting once the match has started, you're a cheat. You have to say before the match has started.
I think the good thing is, I mean, if I look on my phone now, I don't think...
Good shot in across goal there. Couldn't get converted.
Yeah, Mobile looked like he was just out of place. I'm loving these Italian coaches with their suits. These grey jackets are to die for. My cousin Melissa's getting married in Crete at the end of August. God knows how it's still happening because of COVID. But I did send her a photo of that suit and I said I'm wearing that. And
so you've been invited. Wow. I'd take that as a win.
But literally, I sent her the picture of that suit and she said, you can't have the Italy badge on. I'm like, look, if I have to steal it, I don't care. I want it. It's amazing.
Given after the sweepstake, I'm now part of the Davis clan. I expect also to be attending.
Well, you'll have to go in the bag. You have to go in the bog. In the bag. Did I just say bog? On the,
I think
bog
it's a
of the
no
plane.
from me if I have to stay in the bog all holiday.
Oh, that'd be horrible. No, not the whole holiday. It's when you get into Crete and then once you get through security, you'll be fine. It's just whether or not we can get you back. It can't be too bad. Oh, I'm stranded in Crete. It's now with Belgium on the left wing. And the player who got the penalty for them is on the run again. And does he want a free kick? No, the play continues. Now with Tillemans, who scored that emphatic goal against Chelsea in the cup final, which I'm sure Miranda enjoyed seeing when her team's rival didn't win the cup at Wembley back in May.
I was delighted. And the joy of it was, obviously, it's quite traditional for Arsenal and Chelsea to end up in the final of the FA Cup together. Yeah. And I saw a lot of cocky Chelsea fans saying, it's not Arsenal, we've got this in the bag. And I thought, I hope you haven't. And they hadn't. So that was lovely.
But then they won the Champions League.
Shh.
But
ignore that part.
It's so true though, like ever since 2000, I mean I don't know how many, but there must be at least 3 or 4 times Arsenal and Chelsea.
I think it's maybe 6 or 7 perhaps.
Yeah.
I'll look it up right now.
Look it up, yeah. But yeah, it's quite crazy how many times they've played each other in the final. Even like Man United, Liverpool have never really. Last time they had a final together was back in the 90s. One of the Italian defenders having to just clear that low ball cross, trying to get in early there, Belgium. Of course, if Belgium do get that goal back, they would have, well, not turned it round.
Exclusively between 2000 and now.
Yeah. If you can't find it, then any other next to it would be better, I guess.
One. There's only been 3 actually.
Oh,
I think I over-egged that quite a lot. I thought it was like 6 or 7. 3.
I've written that.
6 or 7.
I've written that quote down now.
Although, if you're interested, Arsenal have won every single FA Cup final that they've been in after the 2000 to 2001 season. If they've made it to the final, they've won.
Yeah, it is that. Yeah, that sounds about right, because every time I've seen Arsenal in a final, even against Man United, they've beaten us. There's that running again. Cross comes in. Donnarumma sorts it out. He had to get the rebound off his save there, but he stopped it from going out for a corner. Fantastic run again from the left winger.
It's still a really exciting game.
Yeah.
Either side could hit this, and ideally not penalties. We want them to pip it in. Pip it in the game, please.
It's Miranda's greatest fear.
Well, we've had enough penalties. We've had Switzerland, France. Sorry, Seb. We've had Switzerland, Spain this evening. It's too much. We don't. Who else? Oh no, I suppose there was only extra time for the Spain-Croatia game.
Yeah.
We don't need any more penalties.
I mean, imagine if Switzerland had made the semis of the Euros. That would have been. No one would have predicted that before the tournament.
I would have loved them to make it through, but unfortunately,
Spain had it their way. Sadly,
indeed.
Italy have a corner on the far side in front of the Belgian fans as well, so they would not want to see them score from this, and it's gone out for a throw-in on the near side. Kaiser, who nearly scored early on in the first half, he hasn't had much to show since then, really. Since that chance. We will set up another poll later on in the second half, and we'll ask for your man of the match, so do stay tuned for that. It's Di Lorenzo with the...
Yeah, and none of you cheaters poll after the man of the match has been decided.
You heard it here. Ryan Khan says, I'm Spanish, so I support Spain until they win. Of course. I'm sure you would. No different to England with Miranda and I, anyway.
Yeah, we'll be supporting them. And then after that, it would have been Switzerland. Not through. Perhaps Ukraine. I don't like supporting the bigger teams generally. I know.
To be honest with you, if not England, for me it's Denmark. Because not just because of Christian Eriksen's horrible incident, but also who do you call it, Kasper Schmeichel, because his dad won the Euros in '92, and I don't know if you know this, Brandon, but Denmark in 1992 weren't supposed to be in the tournament. One of the teams pulled out. So the fact that they won a tournament that they shouldn't have been in or had the right to be in, it's hilarious.
And another interesting Denmark fact for you, until this Euro season, between 1992 and the previous Euro season, since that Denmark win, they'd only ever won 3 games in the Euros in that more than 20-year period. Or no, I suppose it is 20-year period, essentially.
That's pretty
bad.
Just
3 games out of everything that they've been in.
That is pretty bad. That is bad. Ever since
to go from winning to just doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I keep thinking Kasper Schmeichel's just going to do everything that his dad did, which is he's won the FA Cup now, he's won the Premier League, now he needs to win the Euros, then the Champions League, and he's done everything. Just
Has
like
he done a World Cup?
No, Denmark have never won the World Cup. I think. I mean, will they ever? This is the thing, isn't it? There's so
Well,
many nations.
I tell you what, I'll get England face paint, red and white, and then if they lose, red and white, we're set for Denmark.
There
as
you
well,
go.
aren't we?
As long as that brush is big for the red part, then you're sorted. Absolutely, good flags bearings there.
Thank you.
Believe me, like if I ever speak to my sister, she'll be like, "What flag is that?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I think she even said that Switzerland flag looks like the first aid box. Yeah, I know what you mean, but fair enough.
All the Scandinavian flags are relatively similar, aren't they?
Yes. Until Sweden is just the same, but just they wanted to go all
Blue
ABBA.
and yellow, same as Finland, just white and blue.
It's so boring. It's so boring. At least Scotland
Well, I mean,
just
we can hardly call them boring. All we've done is move the one line across a bit. And
Yeah,
then we've got the
yeah.
English
we've
flag.
just centered it. But at least like Northern Ireland did our flag, but just put like a symbol in the middle to go, yes, this makes us look different.
Scotland at least tilted their lines.
Yeah, exactly. At least Wales actually put something quite interesting, which was a dragon. We don't know if he ever existed, or she, we don't know.
What, the dragon?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to know if it did. Probably not, but, you know.
I'm going to guess no, based on historical findings.
I keep thinking that flag was painted. The flag just stood, the dragon just stood there the whole time, and the guy just went, this is going to be our flag.
Maybe he didn't even paint it as a flag. He painted it as a little portrait for his house, and then someone thought, that's all right.
Oh, the
my
Kaku's
gosh.
hit the post. And I love it how Donnarumma was celebrating straight after. Look at them all celebrating like it was the winner. I mean, they've still got half an hour yet, but
Yeah.
again, the sport.
He
through
got
to the
away
left.
from the defenders really well there. That should have gone straight in, really.
Spen Asolo has made the block there when Lukaku had the rebound shot after it hit the post. So that was a big block there, so it would be a corner. And it's De Bruyne to take it. No one for Belgium to head it. And Italy should get it out the box. Now Tillemans. And Italy deal with it just there. But yeah, this is far from over, this game. 29
Definitely.
minutes. 29 minutes, who knows? We've got, oh no.
Action straight away at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, that's literally been the whole point of this game, hasn't it? It has just been both teams going for it.
End to end.
No defensive moves. I mean, it's good to see a team like Italy, who are leading, not be boring and stay parking the bus, which a lot of teams sadly do, which is always a breath of fresh air. There was Greg was asking you, Miranda, are you into football? And then Burgoyne responded and said, no, Greg, she's an Arsenal fan. The trend continues from Miranda's friend the other day.
I mean, listen, I'm not wearing this shirt for nothing. It's the best I could do under the circumstances. I am an Arsenal fan, sadly. If I could have my time again, would I be an Arsenal fan? No. But I wouldn't be allowed to live in my house anymore if I wasn't. So
I wonder if they just heard that.
Sort of decides it for me.
I just worry that someone might have heard that in the other room.
Well, they've got this game turned up very loud downstairs.
Oh, really?
So I
Brilliant.
think I'm safe for now.
Unless they've got this watch along on.
I think we said if Arsenal went to the ESL, we'd have become Brentford fans. That's like our second team.
I was the same with United, where I wouldn't have supported them if they had walked on that pitch before kickoff. But I don't know who my maybe Stoke, actually. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I know. Or, God. I don't know. I'd like to go for a really non-league team. But I don't know.
Go for Crew Alex, then.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, it probably would be. Which Burgoyne would hate because he's a Shrewsbury fan. But if you're still watching anyway, Burgoyne. But no, Crew Alex, I do like Crew Alex, especially with David Artell at the moment. He's doing a great job.
He is. I cannot tell you how much I love that man. Just, wow. I mean, he has a degree in forensic criminology.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, but now you've told me that. I remember you said that last time. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a football manager, but he also knows a lot about police forensics. He's trained in all of that. Yeah, he's just a wonder. I love him.
I'd love to know where he had the time to do that, because he was a footballer as well. So, yeah, and he's, he is young, isn't he? He's still in his, late 30s,
I think he's in his
40s?
late 30s.
Yeah. I mean, he's, again, another example of younger managers coming through and leading, pretty much big teams, because any team in the Football League, you're doing all right as a manager.
He's 40 exactly.
Oh, has he been 40 this year, or is he 41 this year?
He will be 41 in November.
In November. Is it November 29th?
Just November 22nd.
Oh, nearly. A week before my birthday. I'd have said, legends are born that day, but sadly not.
Legends are not born in November. We've established that.
Oh, here we go. Anyway. What month is yours again? April, yeah. So it's not in April either, folks.
I think even I'd go with that.
Now that's the Easter Bunny's month, so yeah.
It's sometimes March, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I hate when it's in March, because you still feel like it's winter, even if the weather's good. It just doesn't seem right. Anyway, back with the game where it's the summertime.
My birthday is the 25th, which is the last possible day Easter can be.
Is when? Sorry, say that again.
Oh.
Yeah, did you see that chance just then?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a ridiculous chance. Italy, again, somehow can't get a third goal, but if they don't take the chances, then they're in trouble. If Belgium could get that second goal.
They certainly are.
I think he's been man of the match for me so far for Belgium. The number 25, which is Doko, who... The man, he got them a penalty, and every time he runs down that wing, Italy can't deal with him.
They can't keep up with him.
No. It looks as though Mertens is going to come on in a minute. Dries Mertens for Belgium. He came on to replace De Bruyne in the last game, when De Bruyne wasn't fit to carry on. It's now with Italy on the left wing. You do feel, though, if they get this third goal, it should be done and dusted by then.
Yeah, perhaps. I think my parents are a little bit behind on the stream, because I've just heard them go, "Whoa!" at the Italian chants.
Greg says Harry Kane is coming to City for a fee of £120 million, reports said. I've heard... Which
Harry Kane? Because I was reading an article today about a lovely gentleman called Harry Kane. He works for Asda in Rotherham.
There you go. And that's a lot of money for a guy from Asda.
Well, exactly. I'd just like that to be clarified, really.
Funny enough, Greg, I do have a friend who has a source at City to say they're not even interested in Kane. They're looking at Grealish, not Harry Kane. Don't know if it's true. That's just a friend who has a friend there, who works next to Pep apparently. So I don't know if it's true, but apparently they're not interested in Kane one bit, and they're more looking towards Grealish. So,
in which case, where do you think Kane will go? I thought if he would move, it would be to City. That's where I thought.
I think he'd have been the only one. Yeah. It still feels like it would be City, but I mean...
I almost feel like it's sad to split up Kane and Son. Like they should be sold as a duo together. Yeah.
If he goes, if you buy in, you got to bring me too. It's like Buzz Lightyear and Woody. You can't separate them. Nothing should ever change that. Or Bart Simpson and Milhouse. You just can't get rid of them. I agree, but I'd love to buy Son. If United bought Son, that'd be magical. But I'm surprised no one's looked at Son. Like, there's been no rumours of Son.
He's been amazing for them this season.
I wonder how much he'd go for though, because he must go for 80 million at least, I reckon.
Yeah, surely.
Courtois couldn't keep it, but he had to make the save. Italy look so much more threatening at the moment.
They do. They've ramped up their playing style. It's very much them on top at the moment.
I must admit, I mean, obviously before we see the teams tomorrow, but Italy look the favourites in terms of the way they're playing. They just look more dangerous.
Perhaps they will break that record with the Eurovision.
And that song is still in the UK charts.
Is it?
Maniskin, it's a very big song, which Eurovision, it gets its moments in the charts, but not like this. Not since Loreen with Euphoria, actually. So it's been a while since there's been a massive...
I would have thought the last time was either ABBA or Katrina and the Waves.
Yeah, hey, probably. Maybe, I can't remember, to be honest. But it's becoming quite the thing. That song. Still don't know how it won, personally. It's not my kind of song, but it did. I thought Finland's rock song was better, but okay.
Oh, yes. Big fan of Finland.
It was good. It was good.
Big fan of Iceland, too.
Yeah. Yeah, his song would have won it last year, though. That was the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to...
my God.
Oh, Chadley, go on. Oh, it couldn't get to the Kaku. Oh, it was perfect. And ever since Chadley has come straight on to replace Munia, he's already brought an impact.
Made an impact.
Big moment there. Oh, yeah, I've just noticed that Tillemans has gone off for Mertens. As I look on my sheet.
On your press sheet, is that? Because we're up in the press box.
Yeah. Hospitality, bring it over.
Will we be getting press seats for the final at Wembley? Yeah?
Yeah. I've got just give him a $5 and then we're in. You wait for, what can I say? They're bad people. No substitutions yet for Italy. I don't think they need to, the way they're playing.
No, they are fantastic.
Witzel just intercepted quite crucially there, but even so, after all that, Italy have got it again on the halfway line.
Looking at their team as well, I am surprised because I'm a big fan, I always go on about it, of a 4-3-2-1. And Belgium have played 3-4-2-1, and by the looks of things, Italy are 3-3-4, and that's proving more effective. I would have expected the Belgian formation to go through there, but I guess everything has their positives and negatives.
I am surprised by Belgium to play just free in defence against an Italian team that they've got goals in them. I mean, defensively they've been great, Italy as well in this tournament, but maybe that's why they went with three defenders. But Chadley, he's only just come on for the last 2 minutes and he's already got an injury, so this isn't looking good at all for Roberto Martinez. He's being checked out, but it looks as though Italy are going to make some substitutions. And just looking at all these coaches in those suits, they look like they're
suits.
Generals.
I knew you were going to make a comment about those. I knew it.
About what? Sorry?
About the suits. You're a man obsessed.
I freaking love it. I want that jacket. I have worn stuff like that before with a grey jacket, white shirt and black trousers at weddings, so it is my kind of my style, which I'm sure the M&S sales will go up when people see me in it, just like Gareth Southgate.
M&S. Wait, will you be purchasing a waistcoat if we make it through this round?
Oh, probably not. The problem. He's not been wearing it, has he? I don't know if he's been wearing a waistcoat this time around. I can't remember.
He's not?
He's not, no.
He's not been wearing a waistcoat this time around?
No, he's got a bit boring, which is a shame. I was liking that waistcoat from Russia 2018. It was mad, the sales. They went so high up when he did that. It was absolutely brilliant. We've got a double substitution, it seems, for...
First Italian change.
Yeah. Not sure who's coming. Oh, yeah, Prayer has replaced Chadley, so that didn't last long for Chadley, bless him. He literally was only on for 3 or 4 minutes. It's been a while since I've seen that happen. So here comes Verratti, I think, coming off. Who's he being replaced by? Just waiting for the...
He's been good this game.
He has. Very good play for PSG.
Do we think perhaps they are resting him in
Maybe.
advance of getting through, or
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the good thing is about getting to the semis is that you're playing in the same stadium if you do play both matches. So, Immobile's going off as well. Yeah, he's playing a bit defensive now. Belotti coming on. Immobile's got a lot of goals from last season, but he's only got, I think he's got 2 or 3 goals in this one. So Velotti.
let's hope he will immobilise the team.
Oh God, I've heard that so many times. And now even Miranda's jumped on it. Don't blame him. It's a good one.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure it's been an Italian news headline somewhere. It's got to be in Italian in Rome. Has to be. So Velotti. Oh, hang on. Oh, where's that gone? Where's it gone? Is it that? No. Oh no, yeah, it was Belotti. What am I saying? There we go. So I think I've got everything up to date on our lineup sheet. I don't know if you've seen our new display for watch-alongs, Miranda, but it's obviously quite the work. Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Oh, thank you. Well, here's the Kaku anyway.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Another failed attempt for Lukaku.
See, the great thing is, folks, with that ball track on the bottom right corner of your screen, is that if we do chat shit and we don't keep you up to date on the game, you know what is going on in the game. That's what's beautiful about it. It's great.
I feel like I'm really good at getting off topic. Whenever I watch your other watch-alongs, you're like really into the game and chatting tactics. And I'm here making immobiliser jokes and talking about Italian suits.
Stick with it. But no, to be honest, there was... If you're watching, Andrew loves his Italian football, even though he's Welsh. But he got England in our sweepstake, and he doesn't like England at all when it comes to major tournaments. So I'm kind of hoping England win as well, because Andrew, I'm sure he'll take the money, but he won't boast about it.
Yes, he will be a good person to win.
Yes, it'll definitely be a bittersweet symphony for him, sadly. But if he is watching, we've had him on watch-alongs, and every time I talk to Andrew about football, we completely go off topic. We go back to like 20 years ago, which has nothing to do with the game. There's going to be, I think there might be another substitution here for Italy. Oh, one of the players is...
What on earth is happening there?
Oh, he looks to be injured. I thought... Honestly, sorry, I don't mean to bring it up, but the way he was going down on the ground, I was worried it was like an Ericsson moment, then thinking the guy
I know
collapsed.
What you mean. He was holding on to the other Italian player who had to lie him down, didn't he?
Yeah, and looking at the replay when he ran then, it looked as though he pulled something. And as one of the Italian fans looking concerned, watching on, and another one, I think. But he should be fine. I think it's just the fact that he probably won't be able to continue for this game. Mancini has been doing his interviews, Miranda, after a game when they've won, with his grey jacket not on, but he'll have it over his shoulder, you know, like when they put their... And it's just like, you couldn't be more chilled out, could you, Roberto? And more cool. He's so cool.
I always think it's a very Waitrose look if you do that.
Yeah.
The same way with ladies who have cardigans or jumpers and they just sort of tie the sleeves around their neck over like a white shirt. It's the men's equivalent.
It is, and my Uncle Mickey does that. He puts his jumper over his shoulder and ties it, and he goes into Waitrose, and there I am wearing probably trackies. I'm like, I'm going to wait out here.
Your uncle has just proved what I thought all along. He's proved the Waitrose look is a thing.
The theory is real. Well, he's down and the stretcher is out, and I think that's him done and dusted for the night.
Certainly, he appears to be in tears.
And that's Spinazzolo who made that block against the Kaku early on.
Very crucial in the game.
So I'm sure, even though he might miss the rest of the tournament now, but I think if it meant keeping his team ahead in this tie and to get them to the semis, then he'll take it.
Definitely, if they win in this, he'll have been a big part in their success.
Berardi's coming on. And he's replaced Insigne, who scored early on in the first half.
Why does this man? There's a man up as part of the Italian team in this suit who looks like an Italian version of Jurgen Klopp.
I know who you're on about. There's one for Switzerland as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, Spinazzolo's gone off on the stretcher, and he's being replaced by Emerson. Yeah. So that's 4 substitutions that they've made now.
In very close succession. I expect there'll be quite a lot of added time on this one.
Yeah, there could be quite a few. It's all confusing now how it all... oh, hang on, click the wrong button there. There we go. But yeah, it's so the fact that they can have 5 substitutions, but in different parts of the game. I still don't know the rules. So do tell us, folks, if you know. Be very grateful. Yeah, they don't tell us that in the hospitality suites. It's the one thing they don't tell. I want a refund. It's now with Belgium. They've only got 11 minutes. What do you think, Miranda? Do you think they can do it? Because I always feel like if they could just get the setup right for the Kaku, he normally scores them.
Yeah, I think perhaps they're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle to equalise now. It's entirely possible, you know, they're still making those passes into goal. They've still had a few very close shots, but now Italy are sort of sitting back and taking that defensive role. I would think they are going to find it pretty hard to break through.
I think it's weird seeing one of the medics for the Italy team wearing a suit to deal with someone's injury, but also having leather gloves on like he's the driver or he's got a gun in his hand or something to kill someone.
If there was a bingo for the Let's Talk Sport stream or a drinking game, Jamie mentioning Italian suits would be on it. And we would all be leathered.
It's the word of the day. Italian suits. Or words of the day.
Indeed.
There's some stats if you lot are interested. Italy with more possession, 58% to 42. More attempts and more corners. So on the stats will tell you as well as the scoreline that Italy are looking to be the better team. Italy clear it and they've won a free kick. Mertens will have to take that on the chin. About 9 minutes to go. And we've seen some late drama in these games. We saw it in the last 16.
The Croatia-France game for one.
God, that was ridiculous. Like, I was chuffed for them, but then...
Croatia-France, Croatia-Spain, what am I on about?
It annoys me, though, when they do that, and then they still lose in extra time. You think, well, why did you add it? Why? You got to win when you do that. Always it's forgotten.
But still, what a scoreline. And if you were interested, another little fun fact for you, the first match ever of the Euros is still the match which had the most goals in it, which was France versus Yugoslavia, and that ended 5-4. So yesterday's match came very close to, not yesterday's match, the Croatia-Spain match came very close to matching that.
Wow, I didn't know that. Another good one there from Miranda. I think Miranda's been spending too much time with Opta Joe there on his Twitter account. That's a good one. Here's Witsel. I couldn't make the cross. It's a good block, but that was Bonucci there who made the block, who scored the first goal of the game. Well, yeah, he scored the first goal and then it was disallowed. Belgium haven't got many opportunities there. Can they do it? It's now on the right-hand side. Now with Vertonghen, the captain for Belgium. Of course, he left Tottenham last summer. I forgot.
We like it when they do that, generally. Apart from when it's someone that I think was...
Sorry, yeah, that was that shot then. I thought he scored that run again from Doko.
They are getting close.
Hey, up there's your man in the background, Thierry Henry.
He's been fab. I've loved seeing him in this tournament.
He was with Roberto Martinez at the World Cup as well, but I don't know if you know this, Randy. You probably knew this at work anyway, but he was supposed to be a pundit for the Euro coverage for the BBC, and then Roberto Martinez called him up about a week before the tournament, went, "I need you as my coach again," and he clearly just went, "Yep, I'm not Gary Lineker, Rio Ferdinand. I'm sorry, folks. They're paying me more at Belgium."
I did not know that, but.
Yeah.
Imagine that. My dream punditry panel: Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, Ian Wright, Thierry Henry. What a group!
I hate the fact that Ian Wright is on ITV though for the Euros. It's like, what BBC? What you doing? Pay him.
he has done some on the BBC, hasn't he?
Not in the Euros. No. When it comes to the major tournaments, he doesn't. It's really weird. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I love Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker is the best, but I loved it how when he represents BBC that he's not supposed to be biased. He concluded the FA Cup coverage and said, "Oh, have I not said it? Oh, sorry, Leicester have won again." I was like, brilliant.
Surprised he didn't say, "At least we can all agree the best team won."
Yeah, go on, Leicester. Some people do say, even Alan Shearer says that. Gary Lineker stole the handles of the FA Cup with his ears. So he is part of the FA Cup in a weird way. 5 minutes to go. Belgium 1, Italy 2. And it looks as though Insigne's 44th minute goal is going to be the winner at the moment. But
it's a shame because the whole match has been really interesting and there's been a lot of pressing, but no one's managed to convert this half.
No. And our friend Tane McFadden, who's got Italy in the sweepstake, will be so far happy. Philippa, who has Belgium in the sweepstake, she just texted me saying, "I'm going to lose, aren't I?" I'm not going to respond because we've had some late drama in this tournament. Who knows?
Well, Philippa, at least you didn't get North Macedonia.
I know. These people who complain when they go knocked out.
At least they've had some hope.
Yeah. At least my team had 4 games, not 3. But my brother got Ukraine in the sweepstakes. So imagine how he's going to feel tomorrow night thinking, need England to win, but I wouldn't mind 120 quid if that's
He'll be in a good place. He'll be happy either way.
It's funny because he doesn't know anything about Ukraine. He keeps putting it in the group chat saying, "Yeah, Thingy-Majig played brilliantly last night for Ukraine." And I keep calling him that now. I'm like, "Yeah, Thingy-Majig, good player. Yeah, great player." Who are you on about? Just Thingy-Majig. So yeah. 4 minutes to go.
I think we're looking at least 4 or 5 minutes at a time, though, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we had that injury, and then we've had quite a few substitutions. No goals in this second half, but that normally helps at the time. But we haven't seen any yet since Lukaku's penalty. Greg says, thoughts on Sancho, and what are you feeling, and are you happy about the signing? I'm happy, Greg, because they've spent a lot less on him than they would have done last summer. He was valued at 120 million last summer. So to change it from that to 75, I think it was, which makes more sense for United. I think they've done good business. Will it work out? We'll find out in the next season, I guess. I love it. I love transfers because it's exciting, but it's trying to not get carried away. I mean, look, you could sign Messi or Ronaldo, but that doesn't mean it's going to work out. It's the signing part's the easy part, I think. It's whether or not they gel. I mean, Willian's a good example with Arsenal. I thought that'd be a good signing, but you know.
He just didn't seem to suit the style of play, did he?
Well, he even said at the end of the season that he wouldn't have said no to going back to Chelsea, and all the Chelsea fans were just laughing at him like, "We don't want you back, mate." Which I think is a bit wrong of Willian to say that, you know.
Yeah. He just didn't. He was really good. I think he got 2 assists in the first game of the season against Fulham. And then apart from that final goal, that was it. The whole season. And I just felt like he couldn't keep up with the pace the team were trying to introduce. Him and El Neni are the worst players for always passing back.
Yeah.
They either pass back or they get dispossessed. That's it.
Yeah, especially Al Nini. I'm not so sure about. He looks like Willie.
His
in
name,
the
just
far
to clarify,
distance.
his name is actually Al Nini. We just call him Al Nini in our family.
Oh, did he?
Because we're not big fans of him.
No, I'm not a fan. I think he does get highly rated sometimes, and I'm not sure why, to be honest.
It's because he's put in a few good goals from quite a far way out, but they're very rare, and I don't think that's a true show of what little talent I reckon he has. Maybe he'd be better at a different club with a different style, but I just don't think he's great at Arsenal.
Yeah. We got Kevin De Bruyne a free kick here, which inside the Allianz Arena, he knows it's a stadium for the champions. Can he produce something here to help them get back on track?
Lukaku seems to be giving him a message.
They look like they were doing eye signals then. Oh, that was a poor kick. But he's having a go.
Straight out from an Italian player.
Yeah, he's having a go. Yeah, it's a yellow card because the Italian player ran straight at him before he even took the kick. And that's why it was blocked, and that was
I think
Berardi.
He will be willing to take that yellow card.
Yeah.
For the prevention of that.
Look at how much he runs up before the kick was taken. He knows as well. He knows. That was brilliant. Got another chance here, De Bruyne. It did look like he was doing some eye signals at like Lukaku then.
Lukaku was very, very expressive with his eyebrows. That was like...
Oh, is that 5 minutes of added time? I think it is.
Certainly is. Oh, or is it a substitution?
Well, I only saw 5 on the... Yeah, it is 5. But yeah, there's also Chiesa coming off for Tolly. He's had an alright game, actually, in all fairness to him.
Italy's final sub.
It is, yes. Hopefully for them, that's the only thing they have to worry about now. And not for it to go into extra time if Belgium can get something from this free kick.
My bedtime really does rely on this kick from Kevin De Bruyne.
Not the entire nation. Miranda's arrangement. Oh, it's only punched away. What's the ref? Oh, hang on. I don't think there's a foul on the keeper there. I do think goalkeepers are very...
Yes, it's a little too weighted towards them. I think that was fair, really, what happened there.
Let's have a look. The goalkeeper went for it. I don't think that's a foul.
It's not intentional in any way, is it?
No.
There's not a foul there.
He just couldn't get his two hands to catch the ball, and
he's not even looking. He wouldn't have known the goalie was there.
Yeah, exactly. But that's for Italy. If that is to be a free kick for the Italians, they'll take that. And a minute and a half has gone so far of the 5 minutes of added time. There's some Italians looking rather excited and nervous at the same time, while Donnarumma is doing anything he can to win an Oscar.
To waste time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, De Bruyne looks like he has been run over by a car with that shirt. We got Darren Hughes saying, Jamie, thoughts on United super signings, move over Sancho, Mata extension. Yeah, Mata extension, I was really surprised by that. He's staying for another year. Lee Grant extension, yeah, don't understand that. Tom Heaton re-signing, yeah. And 10 years of Phil Jones. Oh, God. Why is he still a United player in the books? It's ridiculous. Hopefully, Darren, Varane's coming to United, but we'll see.
Just for a second, I thought you said Miranda. And I thought, not. Definitely not.
Oh, dear. I wonder what it would take for you to somehow do that.
Become a United fan?
Yeah.
The destruction of the Premier League as we know it. That's what it would take.
Brilliant. We've got 2.5 minutes.
I've only been to 2 football matches in my life, and one of them is at the Stoke City Stadium, and the other was at Old Trafford.
And this is your 3rd game here tonight in the hospitality.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, come on, remember.
Very exciting to be up here in the hospitality suite.
Oh, there's another Italian diver there.
Time wasting.
It really is time wasting.
It's getting a little bit pathetic now, really.
It is. They do have a history of this, Italy, I must admit. Their 2006 World Cup team are like that. It won in the World Cup, I guess, but yeah. It
shouldn't be the way to win, though, should it?
No, but they'll be at the same time. You'll do anything to win. there's nothing in that. No, come on. He's just
They're just
falling
going
over.
down so easy. Surely this is going to be to a level that there's going to be more added time.
Yeah. I mean, even with that free kick, having to be
The
retaken.
goalie going down, that's going to have added a minute on.
Yeah. Well, this might be the last chance Belgium can go forward with this ball. It's now on the halfway line. It's a long ball deep into straight at Donnarumma, the goalkeeper. So, as you can see, some of the Italian fans in the background jumping up and down in the stands, thinking that might just be Belgium's last attack.
Kevin De Bruyne not looking happy.
No. It's a weird one for him. He was close to winning the Champions League. Potential chance of winning the Euros with Belgium this summer. It's going to come out empty-handed. Unless they can find an equaliser. But it's on the opposite half at the moment with Italy on the right wing. And he's just holding it on against, I think that's Vermaelen. He's got it against. And Vermaelen does win the ball back. Oh, now a foul on for Tongan in front of the linesman. So Italy won't get away with that. Biggest kick ever, Courtois now, surely. Get it up on that side. He's taken it very quickly. It's just hitting hope, I think, now with that kick. No. Vertonghen heads it forward from the halfway line. Now Witsel, why are you going backwards with it? Come on. And that's a throw-in.
I think, will this be our last action of the game, perhaps?
Maybe. Eden Hazard's had a very hard night. He's been watching it in the stands. Not been playing at all because of injury. Which, I'll be honest, he needs to look at himself because his last 2-3 years has been pretty poor in football. Not done anything for Real Madrid. And Italy,
he seemed to lose that
again.
spark after he left Chelsea.
Especially that Europa League final against Arsenal. The way he went, I'm not saying it because it's you. It was his last game, but he was so good in that final, and it was kind of like, this is what you're losing out on now, you know. And I honestly thought he'd be great at Real Madrid, but no, it's been really bad. He put on weight, he
certainly has.
Then lost it, then lost his form, and he's had a weird 2 years. Oh, Witsel across to the left wing. This must surely be the last chance now. The pace is strong with Doko again. I won't be surprised if he has a shot. No. Oh, got to get a cross in now. Oh, no on there. There's a corner. Oh, Chiellini with the header to put it behind for a corner. Last chance now.
This is it for Belgium, really?
Yeah, this could be the last moment of Roberto Martinez's Belgium career, and Courtois in the box. No good. And that's gone out for a goal kick. That's it now. Courtois will run, and Donnarumma already celebrating. Why not take the goal kick straight away? That your opposite goalkeeper is running for the goal. But yeah, big moment for Italy. They weren't in the last. No, they were at the last Euros, but they weren't at the last World Cup. So this is quite a turnaround since Mancini has become the manager. And it's over, so they won't take the goal kick, and it's another win for Italy. Fine win for them. They're into the semi-finals. Donnarumma and Mancini and all that are celebrating on the pitch. I think they're just thrilled, Miranda, that they don't have to travel again. They can they can just stay at Wembley for the next week or so and not have to worry about travelling, as long as their passports are intact, because Italy are into the semis. We've got a kid crying in a Belgium shirt. Oh, it's just like that German girl the other day who was crying.
Dang.
Oh, it's so heartbreaking no matter who you support. But that is it. It's over. Italy head to the semis, and yet again, Belgium's golden generation have come up short again. And yeah, it's not looking good for Belgium. Roberto Martinez, that's him done. Where will he go next? Will he go back to club management? We'll find out in the future. But Miranda, I thought it was a great game of football, but I think Italy were the better team.
They definitely were the better team. They deserved to win. But Belgium did make them work for it. There were a lot of chances where they could have even equalised or gone ahead there. And probably one of the... I mean, all the matches have been interesting, but that really, really was end to end. Everyone going on those rebounds to try and score. So, a very enjoyable match.
we're just seeing the whole group together now of Italy celebrating, and Mancini, look, if you are watching, I know you're in the stadium right now, but if you win the Euros, can I have your jacket? Even if you donate it for a charity auction, I am putting all my money on it. I just hope you're medium-sized, Roberto. Otherwise, I'm not interested. And the Italians going up to the fans there, who I want
is the peak of celebrating a win. Can you celebrate a win without taking your shirt off? That is top tier celebration.
Oh, brilliant! Of course, I don't know why I hate the whole thing of you get a yellow card if you take the shirt off, though. I kind of hate that because it's like, well, really? It's like
it annoys me that a player would get a yellow card for taking a shirt off, but a player who swears at the ref and says they've made a wrong decision is perfectly okay.
It's absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't sit well with me.
I mean, it was a fucking terrible decision, ref. I mean, but Chiellini, I wouldn't be surprised. It looked like Chiellini's brother actually next to him. Not because they're both bald, but he looks like him. But yeah, big party going on in that stand. But even Donnarumma, the goalkeeper, gave one of his pair of gloves to someone just then, which is always nice to see. Belgian fans applauding the fans that travelled all the way to Munich. I'm not sure if it would have been easy for them to have gone abroad for the fans, because I don't know if you know, Miranda, but I don't think it'd be very hard for any England fans from here to go to Rome for tomorrow, because I think they've made it so that the tickets only go to European-based England
there's
fans.
that thing called the coronavirus that's on at the moment, and that seems to be causing like a few problems for people travelling.
Yeah, I mean, poor Corona Extra, their sales have plummeted. That was literally the first thing I thought of when COVID started. I was thinking, poor Corona Extra.
Yeah, but the sales will boost in the next 2 to 3 years as people buy them when stuff is opened up and go, oh, I've brought Corona. Hey! Dads everywhere will be taking out stocks in the brand just to make those jokes.
Welcome to Let's Talk Business in the next hour. Anyway, brilliant. We've just got one or two more messages to read. Greg says, well, Messi is a free agent, so any team going for him. And is Daniel James' career over when Sancho comes in? Because Sancho will start ahead of Daniel James, no doubt about it. That's a good shout, Greg. I completely forgot about Dan James, the poor bastard. You know what, Greg? I think he'll keep James. I think he has faith in him. But I think James will have to get used to being on the bench again. When you've spent 70-odd million on someone like Sancho, I'll be surprised if he starts on that bench. They'll make sure he starts regularly, I'm sure. And Jamie Burgoyne sounds disappointed with this question, Miranda. He's put, no wonderful world. Well...
With what question?
No wonderful world with a question mark. Because of me not singing Louis Armstrong's Wonderful World. But that's because no one has given in a super chat. So maybe next time.
Well,
folks.
Listen, we can but hope, and think of it as like a lottery draw where no one wins. It's a rollover. So someone might win next time.
It's a good shout. That's a good shout. Hopefully.
But more importantly, I can now go to bed without
because the game's over.
Singing that. Because I'm sure that would keep me up and possibly terrified all evening.
That'd be your nightmares sorted.
It would, but I can go to bed peacefully now to be up in the morning. I'm excited.
Brilliant. Anyway, thanks to Miranda for tonight's watch along. It's always been a blast as always. So thanks for joining us, especially with your early start tomorrow. So hopefully that doesn't kill you. Well, as they say, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So there you go. That's something to remember when you wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. And thanks to you lot at home for watching. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel, give this stream a like, and our next watch along is tomorrow at 3:30. Me and Jack will be doing the W Series race, which is in Austria. So yeah, travelling from Munich to Spielberg now. Oh, it's knackering, this job. It really is. It really is. So hopefully join us for that, and we'll see who wins the second race of the season. Thank you, and goodbye for now. See you later, folks.